Once I start seeing all the people come in, I think I'll get a little more nervous.
A short path to politics.
A lot of freaked out, actually.
Doesn't mean the route is easy.
And I think I'm almost in a little bit of shock.
Age and experience don't go hand in hand for 20-year-old Enihs Medrano.
Thank you.
Finding her place as a Lafayette City Council member starts with a journey.
It's very new to me.
To lots of places.
You know, I know how to balance it, or I know what's expected. And once I fall into that routine, it doesn't feel super overwhelming. It's pretty chill in the morning, so I like it.
Enihs is like any other student at CU Boulder.
And so usually it's a pretty good study area.
Minus the TV camera distracting her from class.
I feel really cool right now. Everybody's probably wondering, who is this chick?
Who she is.
Tell me the layout of this.
Depends on where she is.
All right, tell me about your school then.
Middle schoolers in Lafayette know Enihs the tutor.
That's shady.
A role model who's been in their shoes.
When I walk in here, sometimes it's hard because it brings up all that, those insecurities and all those struggles that I faced when I was in middle school, and I can relate to these kids.
Enihs is all business at the coffee shop.
Did you check how many cards you have to write?
Catching up on work to mentor kids in their faith.
I think Jesus does that for me, and I want to do that for other people.
And at the Boulder Ridge Mobile Home Park.
I've grown up here since middle school.
She's a daughter and sister with a unique name.
My name is Enihs, and it's shine backwards.
It suits her, and so does this neighborhood.
I come home and I get to be with my family, and I get to hear cars passing by, blasting Spanish music. I get to hear kids running around. On the weekends, I get to smell the barbecuing that's happening.
Home gives her energy to find her place, even when she felt she had nowhere to turn.
My middle school time was super rough. Being a Latina, I didn't feel comfortable enough to speak out and share the answer of a math problem, because I didn't think Latino people were smart, or people of color, because I never got to see that with my own two eyes. The moment that it changed for me was the first time that I got to go back to Mexico.
Enihs met her relatives in person.
This is my grandma.
And saw her own potential.
She grew up super poor and still was able to make it to college. And then I had to reflect, okay, what am I doing? I literally go to school and ditch half the time, probably all the time. I would hate to grow up and forget, where I come from, or the struggles that my family has made to get here.
Family motivated her to do better.
And he's now studying medicine.
And do more.
And I think it clicked oh, I can be successful, and I am worthy enough of being smart.
The imperfect path Enihs follows.
If you could please raise your right hand.
Leads to politics, where she's now the youngest city council member in Lafayette history.
I, Enihs Medrano.
Hi, Enihs Medrano. Ultimately, people on city council can make decisions for communities like this, but how much better is it to have somebody that's in the community that can directly speak and have a personal experience with this part and get to represent that well.
She walks in and she's just immediately somebody that you're interested in getting to know.
Friends are impressed.
No other college students are doing this.
But not one is surprised.
Yeah, she's a baller.
Yeah. Of the city of Lafayette.
Of the city of Lafayette.
Enihs won her first election, creating a new place
Of the office of city council member.
for her best self to shine.
Congratulations, you are now sworn.
She's totally a baller.
Wow.
Thanks for Noel and Noel, and photojournalist Ann Herbst for that incredible story. Enihs is now 5 months into her 2-year term.
She says that one of her big goals is to help low-income folks with affordable housing, like her neighbors at the Mobile Home Park. And she says she does not imagine that she's going to make a career out of politics, though she hasn't ruled out run for a second term.